Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Summer Institute information session from Elevate Vocal Arts. How's everybody doing? I'm seeing some thumbs up. That's
I'm good.
excellent. Lovely, lovely.
Doing
Great to
great.
have y'all. Hello, hello. All right. While we wait for folks to join the call, just a brief agenda to let you know what we'll be talking about, what you can anticipate. Um, we'll start with some introductions, which really is just you dropping in the chat a little bit about you. We'll overview the Summer Institute program, the application details, and then we'll do a Q&A. So here we go. Introductions. Drop in the chat. Let us know what's your name, your preferred pronouns, where you are calling from, and how you heard about Summer Institute. My name is Brittany. I am the Director of Education and Outreach for Elevate Vocal Arts. I actually am in New Jersey, even though our organization calls Delaware home. And I heard about SI, well, because here we are. I work for Elevate Vocal Arts. So that is how I heard about it. But how did you hear about us? And joining the call, we will have our artistic director and founder, Ariana Harley Emerson, is on the call with us. And so I'm sure that he'll chime in and say hello as we go throughout the evening today. There he is. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being with us.
So like I said, drop a note in the chat. Let us know who you are, where you hail from, and how you heard about Summer Institute. So while you do that, a little bit about us, if you're not super familiar with Elevate Vocal Arts. We here really, we call it a movement. And this movement really creates career pathways for individuals to shape and seize their futures and to serve communities. Our vision is a world where the vocal arts give voice to the voiceless, hope to the hopeless, and opportunity to the overlooked. And we do this through a number of things that we do here within the organization, some of which you might have heard of. So I'll start with things that are not Summer Institute, just to give you a little background. But we have our own all professional flagship ensemble from Delaware called Elevation. And some of you, I see some faces that I met at ACDA Eastern. So that's great. Wonderful to have you. You might have seen us in concert while you were there. We also have our own conference that we host called Bent But Not Broken. It's held biannually, so every other year. And the next one is coming up in November of this year. And this is a conference entirely dedicated to uplifting the work of Black conductors, composers, choirs, and uplifting the music of the African and Black diasporas. But you're here because of Summer Institute, which is a core program that we have offered since we got started. This is the fourth year that we are offering Summer Institute. And this entire program, which you will learn about, is really reflective of our mission because the whole point of it is to give young vocal artists an opportunity to further their skills, hone their craft, all while also studying things like financial literacy and social media marketing and how do I read a contract and all of those pieces, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a moment. So just some happy pictures here from over the years of things that folks that we've had in the program. This is a choral program, but there's also a lot of solo work. And so we'll go through those details here. Thanks for saying hello in the chat, everyone. It's very nice to have you this evening. Let us know if you have any questions as we go through. Here we go. So this is a 5-week residency-based program. What does that mean? Well, for the first 4 weeks, we spend time online in workshops. The schedule this year, Tuesdays and Thursdays, May 18th through June 12th, from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., we hold workshops. These workshops are everything from things like vocal health and pedagogy to financial literacy and marketing and all of those pieces. Another core part of this program is the art of spoken word. And so that will also be integrated into the virtual weeks as well. In addition to these workshop times, you will also have virtual lessons. Those are scheduled based on your availability and your instructors' availability. And so that might look like an evening time, an afternoon time, whatever you guys are able to work out with your schedules. In addition to those virtual lessons, we will be offering weekly support sessions to make sure that you are feeling confident in the repertoire preparation, because in week 5, we are all in person. And that in-person week is held in Bethany Beach, Delaware. That will be June 13th through the 21st. And it is literally it's all day, every day, singing and making music together, almost nonstop. And integrated into that, we continue to do some of those other pieces around personal branding and marketing, and how do we read contracts, and various other elements. And then there's some performances along the way too, because who are we going to be sharing our wonderful stories with other than audiences throughout the state? This is a stipend-based program, meaning that, there's a lot of wonderful young artist programs out there, but usually they come with a price tag. Ours, we decided to reverse the model because your art is work. And so this is a program where you receive a $1,200 stipend for working in the program. The asterisks that you see here, I just want to call out, we have added a new track this year for a combo, so keyboard, bass, and drums. And so some of the dates are slightly adjusted for those apprentices. If you are a person who is here because you're interested in the combo track, or if you know somebody that might be interested, we're certainly happy to go into more depth about what that looks like. All right, so that is the very broad overview. I want to break down what these tracks kind of look like just briefly for you. So this program was started for vocal artists, and so that really is the bread and butter of the program. And so the vocal track is for singers who are focused on developing both solo and ensemble performance skills along multiple genres, everything from classical to sacred music, music of Black American traditions, everything. We do everything, because the fact of the matter is, if this is work that you are interested in pursuing as a full-time career, you will be doing everything at some point in time. And a little surprising fact you might not know is that some of the highest paid singing jobs that are out there are with churches. So, we make sure that during the program, you have the opportunity to learn a broad range of choral repertoire, as well as working on solo repertoire with your individual instructors. New this year is the conductor and combo track. So for the conductor track, this is for emerging conductors who are seeking to further their technical craft. We'll do things around score study and leadership abilities while gaining hands-on experience directing the ensemble of Summer Institute. And so the other piece to the conductor track to know is that you will get to work on some pieces, and when you're not working on a piece, you'll be singing in the choir. And so that is something to keep in mind. Great. The combo track, also new this year, is for instrumentalists, specifically piano, keyboard, drums, and bass. And we've added this track because a lot of the music that we do in Summer Institute, but also that you engage in this work, things like gospel, Black American tradition music, jazz, Broadway tunes. There's a lot of collaborative experiences that come with this kind of work. And so we are also having this combo track so that we have folks who are learning to work with vocalists, but also that vocalists in the room learn how to work with instrumentalists. And of course, in performances, we will be performing all together. So those are a little bit deeper description on each of the individual tracks. I will show you where to access these things on our website if you are interested in applying for one of these tracks. So I mentioned that the online weeks. The first 4 weeks of the program happen virtually. Those workshops happen on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We cover a variety of topics: financial literacy, Black American music, liturgical music, spoken word, and just so much more. There's a lot crammed into a very short amount of time. Lessons are scheduled, like I mentioned, with your instructor at a time that suits the both of you. Our additional support sessions, which will cover things like repertoire preparation for the ensemble pieces, things like resume building, will offer support sessions. Those would be scheduled outside of the workshop times. Google Calendar invitations will be used to make sure that you are aware of the schedule and you can save that to your own calendars. And we meet via Zoom just like we are doing right now. There will also be a few assignments throughout the virtual weeks for you to submit things like part tapes. There's expectations of practicing outside of our online time so that you are prepared for when we get in person. There might be some other things too, like some feedback on resumes for you to adjust to be prepared for mock interviews during in-person week. There might be some spoken word activities to do as well. And then we get to the in-person week. It is an intense week, but it is so much fun. You are fully immersed during this week in ensemble singing. There is still solo work happening. There's still lessons taking place, but you can't sing in a choir on Zoom. And so it really happens whenever we are in person, hence the importance of being prepared and the extra sessions that we'll be offering to help you be prepared for that in-person week. Lots of singing, like I said, but we also fold in things like the mock interviews and portfolio development. We do headshots. You get to go to a recording studio and to do a recording of your solo work. Lots of other things happening amidst also singing together a lot. Some of the performances that happen throughout the week, we typically do a Compline service, which is a church service. We will get more into what that is and the history and all that kind of stuff during Summer Institute. But this is an example of work that you might be doing in this space if you are a gigging vocalist. We also do a concert on Juneteenth. And this year it's going to be Freeman Arts Pavilion, which is in Delaware. We've had it historically there. Their outdoor stage is under construction this summer, but we will still be there for a concert. And we're also going to be doing a second presentation of that same concert on Juneteenth with Senator Darius Brown and various important folks from the state of Delaware. Then Saturday, we'll do our recording sessions, and Sunday, we close with a church service. So again, highlights of the performances that are included in this opportunity. I just want to share some faculty highlights for you. So our faculty is nearly set. These lovely individuals that you see here are just some of the professionals you will engage with. So of course, our fearless leader, Dr. Ariane Hartley Emerson, will be there. Also, the assistant conductor for Elevate Vocal Arts, Alex, who is just incredible, will also be supporting the conductor track and the vocal apprentices. Jasmine, who is our lead faculty at Elevate Vocal Arts, is an out of this world soprano, and she will be leading a vocal studio. And then we have Brian Ming Chu, Kiana Williams, and Dr. Luke Williams serving as additional voice faculty. All of them are absolutely incredible and have provided their expertise and support for Summer Institute for a couple years now, actually. So we're very excited to have them back and have you guys have the opportunity to meet them. The faculty will continue to expand a little bit, and those formal announcements will be placed on the website whenever that is settled. So I'm so interested in this program. What am I going to do? How am I going to apply? Where do I go? Tell me the things. Well, the application process is an application audition process together. And so it is an online form. I will show you where to locate that on the website in a moment. The online form includes important personal contact information and things like What allergies do you have? That way we make sure that we are aware of, those safety concerns. Like, should we have peanut butter? No, we shouldn't, because somebody is deathly allergic to peanut butter. We would need to know those things. It's very, very important. So the application includes that information. Um, we also ask for your instruments. So what voice part are you singing? Or if you are, even if you're applying for the conductor track, we want to know what your voice part is. A combo track, I think goes without saying, which instrument do you play? It includes a place for you to upload your resume, a cover letter. And I do want to highlight the cover letter is our way of trying to get to know who you are. And so I will be very honest and upfront. Don't use AI to write your cover letter. We want to hear from you. So please take the time to introduce yourself and let us know a little bit more about you and why this program interests you and matters to you. A prepared repertoire list. This is pretty simple. We just want to know, what do you have in your book? What have you sung? What have you performed? So really a basic repertoire list. Please include composers. And then required recordings, which I will walk through in a moment. But this is the audition piece of the application. We don't call you in person to have an in-person audition. You submit videos for this. And there are certain requirements on what kind of pieces we're looking for uh, and how many based on the track. So what happens next? Well, the application is going to close on March 20th at 11:59 p.m. We at Elevate Vocal Arts will review these applications. Once we have taken the time to do that, invitations to interview will be sent out. Interviews will be happening virtually between April 6th and 9th. After the interviews, the Elevate Vocal Arts team will continue to review all of the applications, the interviews, and we intend to send out a notification of acceptance around April 13th. And now, why am I saying around? Well, because we might get 200 applications to look through, and we might not be able to get through that in an efficient enough time to get back to everybody on April 13th, but we will certainly do our best. That is our anticipation and our hope. So now let me just quickly show you, where am I going to go on the website? How am I going to know what am I applying for? What am I doing here? So let me share. Great. So whenever you go to our website, hold on, please. Here we go. There we go. This is elevatevocalarts.org. You are going to navigate to our programs, which you will see at the top here, programs, Summer Institute. And on this page, it tells you all of the information that you need to know about the application that I just described. And then if you're like, yes, this is for me, I absolutely must apply, you're going to head towards the left of your screen and select the Apply to SI. And this is where you will find the links to the applications. I do want to call out, it looks different on mobile. So if you are on your cell phone or even a tablet and you navigate to this page, there is a little box, a little gold box at the top here. And if you hit that, a drop down will appear that says apply to SI, and that'll take you to the same page. So just to know that that looks a little bit different if you're on mobile. And then let's say I am very interested in the vocal artist track. I want to make sure I understand the application requirements. You're going to click on that link. It's going to take you to a document that maps out everything that is required in the application. And so this is where I will scroll quickly down to the bottom to highlight the recording pieces. So for the vocal track, we are looking for you to submit a song from the African diaspora. a contrasting piece. And we're also asking for you to submit one additional video that represents you fully in your element. So this is like your personal jam. It can be whatever piece you want, but it's something that you feel strongly demonstrates your skill set. And then a fourth optional submission of a spoken word or rap piece, and that is for the vocal track. If you are interested in the conductor track, you have similar requirements. And here we go. If you're interested in the conductor track, then we're looking for conducting rehearsal footage. And so this can be from working in rehearsal on a piece, any kind of rehearsal. And really, we're looking for 10 to 15 minutes tops. It does not have to be 15 minutes to the dot. We just need to have enough time to be able to really see what you're doing with the ensemble. And conductor view is what we are requesting. And what we mean by that is that the camera is facing the conductor. And so we want to see your face, we want to see your full gesture. That is preferred. We also understand that you might not have the opportunity to have collected that. So if you do have concerns about whether your video will capture and show what your skill set is, feel free to email me and ask questions. The second video is performance footage. Again, conductor view requested. And we are also asking for 2 singing submissions as well, a song from the African diaspora and a contrasting piece. And then an optional submission of a video that shows you in your best element. So that is the vocal track and the conductor track submissions. When you go and you go to actually apply, you're going to hit the big gold shiny button, and it's going to take you to the actual application form where you can fill all these things out. My strong recommendation to you is to bookmark this this document, gather all of your materials, and then go to the Jot form so that you can submit everything and you have it all ready to go all in one place.